Good morning, everyone. Professor Thompson here for video number 2 of week number 2. Hopefully you've had a chance to watch the first video about online submission versus face-to-face course work. This second video is going to cover a couple topics. First, some grade book comments. Second, topics for your presentation, and then third, online video submission for the population that will be submitting electronically. So let's get started. Some of you have contacted me regarding your PRCA and your PRPSA scores. I've received those assignments from a great number of you, so thank you. These submissions where you were supposed to email me your results came directly to my email, so I have to manually enter those grades into Blackboard. It's not something where you complete the assignment and Blackboard or LearnSmart automatically generates a score. So it's going to take me throughout this second week here to sit down and digest and enter in scores for all of those submissions of those self-assessments. So if you've submitted those, take a deep breath, relax. I'm getting to those score postings. Kind of along those lines, the same thing can be said about the student introduction discussion boards. So you were asked to post an introduction about yourself. You were asked to post a picture of yourself, and then you were supposed to reply to at least 2 of your classmates in your section. Many of you have done that, which is great, but I have to go in and make sure that I'm counting and assessing that not only have you posted your post, your picture, and then 2 responses before I enter in the score. So I will be checking into that this week. Sometimes during week number 1 we have a few slow starters, so it takes a few days for people to get into that and posting those initial discussion boards. But grades are coming. Not everything is automatically generated. If you have done some of the chapter modules in Unit 1, those scores are automatically generated, and you should see some population of scores. Similarly, if you've taken some quizzes, then you will have noticed some of your scores populating there as well. So that kind of concludes some information about grades and scores for Unit 1 thus far. By the time in which Unit 1 completes for your course section, I will have all of the grades updated at the conclusion of each unit. Okay? Topic number 2 has to do with your speech topics. Your first presentation is an informative speech, and you are asked to give a presentation that strictly informs us of something. I would recommend that you choose a topic that you are very knowledgeable about, that you have competency and knowledge, and you would come across as trustworthy on. You are not persuading us in any way. So I don't want presentations on this is good or this is bad or we should do this or we should change this policy. These why and why nots aren't a part of this. You're choosing a topic in which you can give us new information on. If you click on the left-hand side of Blackboard in those tabs, I have a tab that says presentations and videos. So if you click into that video tab, it's going to show you some examples of some previous students who completed the speech. And so you're going to see some informative presentations. Some of them are like ways to grow marijuana. Okay, it's not talking about whether marijuana is good or bad or whether we should or should not legalize it. It's talking just about ways in which we could grow marijuana. Right? One of the presentations is very similar to a how-to presentation or a process speech, how we could do something new. But what's interesting is it doesn't follow those guidelines. It actually talks about 3 characteristics that we should think about when we're making a certain type of bread or dessert, okay? So really think about what you would want to inform us on, okay? This is a really short 4 to 6 minute presentation. It's not meant to be super long. It's not meant to be super stressful. So think about it. You can always email me and say, hey, do you think this is a good topic? And I'll be completely honest and say yes or no and give you one small reason why. Some of you have done that already, so I appreciate that. And some of you have gotten feedback that your topics were persuasive, so we want to avoid that. Okay, the last thing that I want to mention is for online video submissions. On the left-hand side of Blackboard, there is a tab that says Online Video Submission. If you are completing your videos and submitting videos and not coming to class, your video must be submitted using that tab. I do not want to email to me. I do not want to link to YouTube. I will not grade and will not accept a speech that's not posted in Blackboard. My first and quite frankly largest recommendation is that you don't wait until the last minute to try and upload your video. I don't want you to come to 10 o'clock at night, 11 p.m. at night, and you're having technical difficulties loading your video. That's a problem on your end, not on mine. And I clearly said in the syllabus that, you know, emergencies based on time are your problem, not mine. So think about that, in that if you're going to record your speech, you might want to try and upload it the night before it's actually due, so that if you have technical problems, you have 24 hours to work those out. So you'll click on the Online Submission tab, and then once you've clicked on that Online Submission tab, it will give you a choice of which presentation you are loading. So in the instance of this first speech, it would be IAI number 1. You would click that first tab, and then it's very user-friendly. It's pretty easy to follow. You click on the link to upload the video. You're going to choose where you're uploading it from. You're going to go from there. Some people have recorded their speech using a video camera. Others have recorded their speech using their phones. It doesn't really matter what recording device you have. It doesn't matter what file type you have. It will load into Blackboard, okay? But patience is important, as well as making sure that you don't wait until the last minute. Okay, so those are the 3 topics that I really wanted to cover in today's video. If you have questions or concerns, please email me. Continue working hard, and we will see and meet many of you either electronically or face-to-face very soon.